everyone, and welcome to today's video. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, I am the Hermit Tarot and this is my YouTube channel. I like to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that over here, mostly tarot pick a card readings. Every now and then I put in an extra podcast episode or a meditation video. I hope to do more of those soon actually. I think I've only done one meditation video. I just haven't been able to dedicate enough time to do that, so we'll see. Keep the calendar open. Today's video is going to be a tarot reading and it comes with a little surprise as well. So I'll introduce the reading first, but stick around because we do have an announcement in today's video. So firstly, the reading is going to be asking Spirit, the topic or the suggestion is, as it's implied in the title, who is thinking about you? Now, one thing I really want to address really quickly, y'all, in my head, this was the second voted option on the recent poll that I did. And I didn't realize until after I filmed all 4 groups that actually you all voted for why is this person on your mind instead. So I do need to apologize. I will get around to that topic eventually. I hope to go back to it because obviously it's something that does mean a lot to you. So I do want to get to it. But in my head, I just thought that this was it. It was like a Mandela effect. I thought this was what you had voted. I should have double checked. So you may get the answer to that question in today's reading as well. A lot of information came through for the groups, too much for some of them. I was kind of like, yo, wait a minute, save that for another video. But we are asking Spirit, who is thinking about you? So what you can expect in today's reading is that in your individual group, we'll be asking Spirit about this person, who they are, who is thinking about you, what's their personality. I'll be getting tissue box messages. So we'll get a little bit of initials, we'll get some star signs, we'll get some information around how you know them and how you were supposed to understand that it is them. I'm also going to be getting tarot to confirm as well, just to kind of knuckle down on some solid information. I find that the tissue box messages are helpful because there's a lot there, but sometimes it's too broad and tarot helps bring it back. So that's what you can expect in terms of finding out who they are. Next, we're going to be asking Spirit, well, why are they thinking about you? And a lot of information came through at that aspect of your readings. So maybe, you know, this person has intentions towards XYZ. It was a very honest reading, so I did get to the bottom of it and the bottom of why they are thinking and what their intentions are. And I also close your group's reading with advice as well. Now, quick little disclaimer is you may have messages in more than one group, only because each of the groups are so specific. And I personally found that there were certain groups that got very, very specific to the point where, okay, there's got to be other people that are thinking about them as well. So see if you have time, but I do recommend just taking time to pick your right group because they are so different in the first place. So now I just want to tell you about this little announcement really quickly. This announcement shouldn't take too long. I don't mean to waste your time. I appreciate you being here in the first place. The announcement is that I have a giveaway going right now. Technically speaking, it should have been up already. If you follow me on Instagram or if you have your YouTube notifications on, you may have seen the community post. I do have a giveaway going. It's going to be one of the first giveaways that I plan, and it's going to be introducing you guys to these new merch products that I have been designing this year. I've been sitting on these designs for the better part of 2021, looking for an opportunity to release them, and I'm so happy and I am a perfectionist, but I'm so happy with the quality of the designs, with the quality of the products, and with my ability to get them to you efficiently. That was a main reason why I wanted to wait. The difference about this merch that I'm going to be releasing next month is that it will be delivered by me personally. So if you've been following me for a while and you've supported me in the past, you will know that I went through what's the word? It's kind of like drop shipping. I went through a supplier. A factory held my goods and they shipped it from where they were at, which is why some of the postage and shipping rates were really high for Australia versus America. I will be shipping myself now, so it'll be something that I pack and get off to you through my hands or through the hands of a loved one who I will then check the package is correct before sending to you. But I'm really excited to do this. So the giveaway is introducing the products to you, and it will be lasting a week. You have a week to enter the giveaway, and then as the giveaway ends is when the products should go live. There is more information about the giveaway on the community section of my channel. I'll include the link in the description box, or on Instagram there should be information as well. So what you can expect in terms of the giveaway pack, there'll be a photo. Everything in the photo except for my carpet is what you can expect if you win. This time around, I can only give this to one winner, but in future giveaways, there's going to be multiple winners. I just have to wait for some more goods to come in, which is why I can't ship this to you until next week. In terms of the merch release, the merch will be officially released next week when the rest of the goods come in, but I just wanted to kick it off. It's Halloween. It's a new start to the end of the year. I was like, come on, let's do something exciting. Let's do a giveaway. It's been so long. So yeah, more information about the giveaway is on my community page. You have a week to enter, and how to enter is on my community page as well. Heads up, it's very, very easy. It's very straightforward. It won't take a lot of effort. So I hope you can be a part of it, and I hope that you win. And stay tuned for future giveaways as well, because it's something that I genuinely love doing. So I can't wait to do more of them in future. That's all from me. Thank you for staying if you watched it this long, and I shall now take you to the pick a group portion of today's reading. Welcome to the pick a group portion of today's reading. As you can tell, we have 4 groups today. All groups are coming from a deck, which I always forget the name of. Excuse me, it's here. So all groups have cards from the Celestial Bodies deck we're using. It does resurface itself, later in the reading as well. But I just thought it would be a good way to introduce you to the groups, because it's a bit conceptual, not too straightforward. You have a lot to work with here to pick a group, let's say that. So we'll start with group 1 over here. Group 1, you have the 6th house card. So as you can see, there's a lot of imagery on this card. I'll pull it in a bit closer in case you want to see it up close. We've got some interesting symbolism, some very interesting images. Oh my days, I never noticed this little lad. Hello. Wow, yeah, goodness, you see a lot when you hold it up closer. A lot of symbolism here. There's even a mushroom. There's an axolotl. What are you? Does anybody know what type of fish that is? I don't know, but there's so many flowers. Gosh, there's so much going on here, so many formations. So that's your groups. Group 1, you have the 6th house card. Group 2, you will have the fire card over here. Not as much going on as the other cards, but it still has a lot of symbolism to it. Did I say fire? I meant 5. I apologize. I'm filming this after I did all the groups, so my brain's a little fried, but Group 2, you have the 5 cards. So you can see there's a pentagram here. We also have 2 circles, and we do have a triangle in the middle here. There's also this, you call it like an ellipse? Is that what it's called? Anyway, there's a lot of shapes here. I'm not very good with geometry, as you can tell. So just see if there's a color or a shape that's drawing you to this card. That's Group 2. Group 3, you have the fixed card here. A lot of symbolism. I'm going to pull it right close just in case. We can see like an orange over here or a mandarin. There's a lot going on in the background with the pyramids. Oh, there's a booty. I forgot that there was a booty on here. I was trying to figure out what this is. What is that? It's like a flower. It looks like bougainvillea flower. What is going on over here? You know what? I don't know. But that's your card, Group 3. There's a lot going on. Fixed card for Group 3. Group 4, you have the Pisces card. So we can see Neptune over here. There's a cosmos stuff going on in the background. We got amethyst, naturally, of course. We have a door and this like circle thing with the rainbow bridge. There's some interesting sea anemones down here. Some beautiful creatures of the deep, and we got a seahorse as well. So not actually that much going on here really, which is surprising, but that's Pisces for Group 4. So those are the 4 groups, y'all. If you need more time, you can pause the video now, or you could join me in the meditation portion of the reading as well. That might help you figure out which of these groups you're feeling most called to. As you could tell, there was a lot of symbolism, a lot of colors. So if you do need more time, don't hesitate. Each of the 4 groups are quite different, okay? There were subtle similarities between certain groups, but they were quite different. So take your time, let your intuition guide you to the right group, and I shall see you in your reading.
So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading.
Hi group 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the 6th house card over here, very beautiful card, lots of imagery, lots of symbolism, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit today, who is thinking about you? I just realized I don't like the way that this camera is set up, so I'm just going to move it a bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. So who is thinking about you? Group 1, 6th house energy is interesting. This could be a very health conscious person. This could be somebody that you interact with like in a health or fitness setting. So I'm thinking like a gym, could even be a supermarket. This could be someone that you know through some sort of activity that has to do with taking care of you. Now, the other thing about the 6th house is it makes me think of routine and something that you do consistently or measurably in order to get results. So say it's something, how would I liken it to something else? I'm not sure. Say you wanted to grow something in your garden. So every week you go to the store or you go down and you collect your seeds or you collect your fertilizer. There's something about routine here as well associated. I'm going to be pulling messages from the tissue box to first figure out how you know them and who this person is. And then we're going to have a look at why they're thinking about you and we're going to get advice as well. So let's see what we can pull here. Interesting person. I have a feeling that either they're very physically conscious of their health, someone who works out, or there's a link here to health and routine. The other thing that I'm forgetting about the 6th house is that it does involve helping others as well. So we'll see how it plays out with the tissue box messages, but it seems to be something about being conscious. Conscious effort, measured results is the main thing that's rolling around in my head. Group 1, please, Spirit. Who is thinking about Group 1? What can you tell us about Group 1? Okay, and how does Group 1 know this person? Okay, now the tissue box messages will give us initials. Take the initials if they resonate. Don't let it take from you if it doesn't, okay? Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes people just find them unhelpful. So let's see how we go. First initial out of the bat is a C. Excuse me, are you a G? No, that's definitely a C. We also have, hiding in the woodworks, an S. I just heard summer. So with the initials, they could be your person's first, middle, or last name. Because it's a general reading, they could even be your name to confirm that you picked the right group. We also have a T here. Any other initials in this section? No. Only 3. So very limited. Now, who is this person? We have Leo coming through. They might come across as a little bit stubborn. This is my fixed energy Leo. It tells me that that could be the age gap, all my days, 30 years age gap. It could be the age of this person, but more than anything, Leo tells me that this person is very conscious of their appearance when they're around you. They are someone that you are attracted to. They are someone who has romantic interest in you, okay? I would consider that they are very aware of how they look in front of you. And I feel like you've noticed this person because of their appearance as well. The other thing with Leo is there seems to be a fun or playful side to this person. So I'm getting like colorful. There's a colorful aspect to this person. We have the 4th house coming out. So there could be a link to family here. You could have a shared link to family in terms of you may know their family, they could know yours. But the 4th house is more just feeling of comfort and warmth and centered around the home. So the person who could be thinking about you could be someone who usually spends a lot of time at home. Or really group 1, what I'm kind of seeing is this correlation like with a routine, helping others and home. So maybe this is a really caring person who has like a strong connection to family. They could work in some sort of organization that cares for people out of their homes as well. I don't know why that's coming through, but it could be like I'm seeing nursing home. So it could be a small percentage of you. It's a very interesting message, one that seems to just come out of nowhere. We have the 7th house, so it does feel like there's a partnership here between the 2 of you. The 7th house, though, it's almost like there's something about this person that desires that. To be honest with you, I'd be surprised if this is someone who isn't interacting with you regularly or someone who you don't see often, because it feels like they have a strong sense of who you are and that they're very conscious of you when you're around them, to the point where like they feel like they know when to expect you. They feel like they know what the routine is with the 2 of you guys. They feel like they know they see aspects of your personality where it's really fun, and then they see other aspects where you're serious. So it feels like this person has a lot of opportunity to see you and think about you as well. 7th house could indicate a relationship, a very serious relationship with this person. But other than that, if you're single, it could more so be talking about, I want a relationship with this person. We have choices here. This person is someone who definitely has to make some sort of decision when it comes to you. Spirit, what decision? Sun and Leo are very strong. I have a feeling that for many of you, this person wants to date you. If you're single, they want to date you. There's a feeling here of trying to like take a moment, like Sun, Leo. I'm surprised the 5th house isn't out here yet, but it just feels like they want to spend more time with you. And I want to say more playful time, because there's a seriousness here now with the 6th house and the 7th that kind of makes things a very routine and a little too sort of comfortable. It's almost like wanting to bring some more sort of fun into it and make things a little bit lighter. What is this one? We have this 12th house now as well. Interesting. So this person, honestly, they have an older sort of soul to them. There is the youthfulness of Leo here, and I always attribute Leo to youth. I don't know why. It's just like what I've noticed with a lot of Leo personalities. They have this beautiful spark in their eyes. There's like this youthfulness, this fun playfulness, but there's also this like Pisces wisdom, or this Pisces soul that's very wise and old, and it feels like it knows what it wants on an emotional level, despite wanting sort of light-hearted interactions and appreciation of the physical nature. There is this emotional desire to be more serious and to settle into something more serious. So honestly, this person probably has an old soul, or they just have that look in their eyes of like, I've seen some things. We also have the 11th house coming out now. So to be honest with you, this could be a friend. I just kind of feel like you don't really know what to expect with this person yet, because things seemingly, from their point of view, are wanting to be taken to a more friendly level. It feels like at the moment there's whatever the dynamic is, maybe you even work with this person, or maybe this person works for the family, or maybe you see this person somewhere that you go on a very routine basis. It just feels like that routine has become too comfortable, too mundane, too boring, and they want to bring more energy into that. They want to take a turn, especially with the 11th house. I'm seeing rebellion mostly on this card, rebellion, and surprises. So it feels like they want to make things more friendly, more warm, a little like get to know each other better, and kind of just connect in a better way, show you their other side. I feel like this is a very deep person. They have depth to them. We have sleepless here, so they are someone who, listen, caffeine's coming into my mind now. So they are someone who might like caffeine, but there are many reasons one is sleepless, and I think the main reason for this person is just thinking and thoughts, especially with the 11th house and Libra here. It's not like the restlessness of Gemini and Mercury in the 3rd house. It's more like the calculated sort of forward-thinking thoughts that keep this person up at night, trying to figure out how to make serious actions towards their future that keeps them up at night. Throat chakra, I do think you can expect communication from this person very soon. This tells me that this is someone that you see and talk to or have thought about talking to. This is someone who has most likely been on your mind as well, group 1. What else can you tell us about this person? Yeah, it is always on my mind. They want to talk to you, and I feel like you've been meaning to talk to them as well. So how do you know them specifically? There's been something in your connection that has been on your mind, both of you, that you've been wanting to say or address. You've been wanting to talk to this person for a while. I think that you both have been thinking about each other, but for different reasons. This person's thoughts are deep in the sense of they're forward thinking, and there's some sort of choice that they have to make. They feel very playful, but they have a serious side to them that wants to move forward with sort of clear, serious actions. You could know them from some sort of, honestly, it's like you see this person regularly, but you haven't been able to make that connection. We have Earth coming out now as well. Earth makes me think that it's a physical place that y'all are meeting. Like, I'm coming back to that idea of like a gym or a supermarket, or I don't know, maybe you wait at the bus and they're there. It's like a very physical location. Earth could be an indication of Earth sign as well. You might see them as quite a down-to-earth person. They might seem quite approachable. Again, we have the 4th house coming out, foundations, Cancer, parents, home, children. There's just this big warmth. Like, there's a strong connection here to like home or family in a weird way. You may know each other's family. I also see the 4th house as just this like comfortable sort of not rigid, but like getting into sort of a comfortable nesting kind of feelings. So I do think that they don't want it to stay like that. I think they want to get out of there, or at least not let it stay like that. Not let your connection become something that's stagnant. It's okay to be cozy. They want to be warm. They want to be inside, but they don't want to both of you be in your separate houses looking at each other through the windows. We also have the M coming out here. So M makes me think of Mondays. Mondays could be important for the two of you. You might see each other on Mondays, or so you might have met on a Monday. I don't know, Mondays is coming into mind. We also have an N. You could know this person. The first word that came to mind, ironically, was Nelson, but the other thing that I'm seeing here is not likely. So I feel like you know this person because you've been thinking about them too, and you've been sort of waiting for something to happen here. But with not likely, it's interesting. It's almost like a not likely to happen today. It's almost like that's why we have if only. It's almost like you're wanting something but unsure if it's going to happen, just sort of hoping, wishing. We also have, I'm grateful for my options. So I don't think there's anything serious here, to be honest with you. I know I said earlier with the 7th house coming out that this could be someone you're in a relationship with, but it more so feels like this is someone that you have an option with, or you have options to take here with this person. We have Mercury coming out now, confirming all the overthinking, bit of Virgo, bit of Gemini. So conversation is interesting. It's either non-existent or it's very internal and calculated. So I have a feeling that there's more to come with this person. More information is to be released soon. More is going to happen. More is going to develop soon. It's very fresh is what I'm feeling. And there is something that is coming to a point here with them and the way that they are going to be interacting with you. So can we just double check real quick? What is this person's personality like? How will group 1 know this person, Spirit? We have the Judgment card reversed, so you know this person from before. The Judgment card tells me you could have a past with them and they just recently resurfaced back into your life. The Judgment card also tells me that you don't really know where this is going with them. Things are still developing in your present. The Moon reverse tells me you have deep thoughts about them, maybe some deep feelings, some fears, uncertainties. But I also think that you've recently realized your feelings towards this person as well. Things are clearing up for you and how you feel about them. You're more certain. I do think your feelings are deeper than you thought. You don't know where this person sits when it comes to your future. Family could be a conflict here. I'm hearing it's hard to get you alone, but the 10 of Pentacles reversed just tells me that you don't really know what kind of future the two of you could have together. At this point in time, this person is not a part of your future in terms of they don't have any investments in your life that would lead them to being a attached or fixed person in your future. But that could change for some of you. Who else? How else will group 1 know about this person, Spirit? How else will group 1 know this person? We have the King of Wands reversed, so they're very attractive, very physically attractive. They're very charming, but at the same time, they feel very repelling. So it's kind of like a you can look, but you can't touch energy. It may be difficult to get close to this person. I just think with the King of Wands reversed, they're a bit unpredictable at times, or it's hard to sort of know where their intentions lie or where their energy is invested. You are very physically aware of them, but you haven't had very deep sort of connection to them yet where you understand them well or you understand their interests well. It feels like you do have a shared interest with this person for the King of Wands to come out, but you're unsure of how compatible your energy is. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing in terms of who they are. Let's have a look now and see why they're thinking about you. Group 1, please, Spirit. Why is this person thinking about group 1? The 2 of Cups, the irony. This person is thinking about you because there is a separation of desire here when it comes to emotions. They're thinking about the fact that the two of you aren't as close as they would want to be. I'm seeing here that this person wants at the very least a friendship with you. They want to be friendlier with you. I am also seeing that for many of you, this person does desire a more intimate union. They want to come into your house. They want to be a part of your day. They want to be a part of your night. They want to be closer to you, sweets. With the Magician here, this person is thinking about how to take action towards you, but it's not just a one-off action. There's something about concocting a plan here or creating a opportunity. I see that for many of you, this person is like an acquaintance or there's someone who is yet to really anchor themselves into your present. So they want to make sure that the anchor that they give you is what they want to project. This isn't somebody that wants to be limited to one type of appearance in your life. For example, for many of you, this person is desiring partnership, so they don't want you to simply see them as that person from the garden store. They don't want you to simply see them as that person that takes care of my parents at the nursing home. You know, they want you to see them as something more than that, and they want you to see them as someone worthy. They are projecting their image into your life, so they come through with a lot of confidence in their thoughts of you and their thinking of how to portray themselves as this confident, capable, successful person. It's very much about being someone that is worthy of your attention as well. With the High Priestess here, I do have a feeling that this person is intimidated, but they do recognize you as an equal match in terms of your abilities. They see you as very mysterious. Their thoughts of you are around what your interests are in and what kind of secrets you hold, because they do find you to be very intriguing and mysterious. This tells me that they're trying to come in with a very sort of strong energy of, this is who I am and how I am. Will you accept me? Or they don't even want to leave room for a question. It's just like, accept me. See, we're the same. I have this kind of magic, you have that kind of magic. They see you as a very sort of passive person, in the sense of you don't have anything to prove. You simply sit in your power, which is honestly a lot. I don't know how people just see that. It's powerful. It makes me really wonder how you know them even more, because this person feels like you hold a lot of secrets. They think about the fact that they don't actually know you as well as they would like to. They want to know more about you. There's very deep thoughts about you here. So why is Group 1's person thinking about them, Spirit? Why is Group 1's person thinking about them? Come on, please. Why is Group 1's person thinking, thank you? We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. They admire you, absolutely. They're thinking about you in a physical sense. So listen, do you exercise or something? Are you going out into like physical places and flashing your body or your security? This person, if you resonate as someone who goes to a health club or a fitness club, or maybe you do group exercises, or you do something and other people can see you moving your body, this person admires you and they think about you doing that, okay? The other thing with the Nine of Pentacles is they are thinking about how like much of independent force to be reckoned with / catch you are. They are thinking about you being single. They are thinking about you being available, and they are thinking about how worthy you are of a partnership with them. The thing about this person is I feel like they don't just choose people willy-nilly when it comes to partnerships. They really take their time to assess and understand their prospects. So it's very interesting that they're looking at you in such a physical way. I don't know if they are, like, if they have Earth in, like, the 7th house or something. Maybe they're I don't know, Virgo's in the 7th house. I don't know. But this just feels like they think about these things logically and practically when it comes to relationships now. And they're very much thinking about your achievements and what you have to bring when it comes to a partnership here. We also have the Seven of Wands reversed, so they also think about their own concerns and insecurities. Seven of Wands reversed tells me that this person is a little bit afraid or finding it difficult to actually ground their intentions. Their biggest enemy is themselves when it comes to approaching you, and they think about the fact that they haven't been able to successfully come close to you in the way that they want to. The Seven of Wands reversed tells me that this person has tried to think of ways and probably acted. They've tried to be there, but they haven't made it there. I think that this person gets afraid or very anxious or just hasn't been able to ground their efforts yet. They aren't going to let that be there forever, though. They are intending on making more stable efforts towards you. I see with the Seven of Wands that this person does have fears to overcome, and they do think about those fears. I'm hearing I feel foolish about my fears. You make me feel foolish about my fears. Group 1, why else is this person thinking about them, Spirit? Why else is this person thinking about them? Oh, we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I knew it. They're thinking about you because, like, how do I get to you? How do I get close to you? How do I come closer to you? How do I communicate with you? How do I close the distance between us? Why is the distance between us? The Eight of Wands tells me this person wants to express themselves. There could be a strong sexual attraction here, okay? I'm only saying could because for others of you, this is not going to be that kind of relationship, you know, like maybe you know that, oh, actually, yes, this person does know my family and I can see how they would want more of a friendship with me, you know. But if this is definitely somebody who is more of a love interest, wanting to be inside your house rather than looking from their house into yours, then they definitely are thinking about more of like the sexual side of things. Five of Cups reversed. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? This person doesn't want to have regrets in this connection. The Five of Cups tells me there's disappointment, but with that card being reversed, they're still trying to overcome this feeling of loss, or they're trying to beat this feeling of loss. I think that they want positive change in your connection with that card reversed. They want positive emotional change. They don't want to feel like they've could have done more or should have done more, or maybe if I had just overcome my fears, maybe if I overcame my insecurities and identified how amazing this person was and how intriguing they are and finally rose to the occasion, we could have been closer than what I let it become. The bottom deck energy is the Five of Wands reversed. So I feel like this person needs to compete for your attention. I don't know if this is just a secret admirer, but they don't have a strong bearing in your present, group one. This is someone who apparently is within your like cone of awareness, but they don't have a strong enough anchor in your present to be a part of your future yet. That is their goal, and that is the main reason that they think about you. They seem to have some sort of past with you where they do know you or know about you, and you may know of them, but they don't have enough of a footing in your present to be a part of your future yet. They need to compete for your attention, for your energy. They're finding it difficult to get your attention and energy. They're finding it difficult to overcome their own fears and to get the courage to be able to push through. I do see this person as someone who really admires you. They find you very mysterious and intriguing and very physically attractive, especially when it comes to whether you're working on your health, and they get to see that as well. This is someone who is trying to project a confident, capable image in front of you so that they can grow an opportunity with you. They don't want this to just peak. They want it to be more. They want it to continuously grow. They don't want you to underestimate them. They almost want you to overestimate them and to see them as this larger than life capable person. They are finding it difficult to connect with you and to ground their intentions. They're feeling disappointed in their efforts and they want positive emotional change. They are someone who really wants to get close and cozy with you. They want to be a part of your like home, a part of your little cocoon or your little nest. They are someone who seems to want partnership, a relationship for a lot of you. But if the relationship is not something you're looking for, then in the very least, they want to be very friendly with you. They have something to tell you. It's always on their mind. It's probably keeping them up at night, but they just have serious thoughts in general about the future. Monday seems to be significant, or the word M and Mondays seem to be significant in your connection. We also had the initials N, T, S, and C. There are choices in this connection, which makes me think that it's still very open, like nothing's been firmly established with this person, but they are someone who could make you feel very sort of happy and playful and good about yourself. You might really like their attention when it's on you. Honestly, vice versa. They really like your attention when it's on them. They're someone who tries to take care of their appearance. When they're around you, they try to project this really attractive, confident person. And I can see here that they just really don't know what the future holds yet. Nothing's been firmly established. That is who is thinking about you, group one. We're going to get some advice now for group one, please, Spirit. What is the advice for group one? We'll get some cards from here, and then we'll get some cards from the other deck as well. What is the advice for group one when it comes to this person? We have trine or train. Honestly, I'd say trine at the moment. You all know my language sometimes changes depending on how I'm feeling. Trine. We also have the fifth house. I knew the fifth house was going to come out. Oh, stop it. I see connection. I see collaboration. I see dating for many of you. Let's get some more messages. What is the advice here for group 1 when it comes to this person? Leo is so strong here. Leo, Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius, I guess. Yeah, Aquarius is strong too. Okay. Ooh. So first of all, don't rush anything, okay? Let it happen as it's happened, because Spirit's saying it's happening. It's happening. If this person is supposed to be a part of your future, they are going to make the effort, okay? They are going to make the effort. You don't need to worry. You don't need to overexert yourself, but you do need to be open towards cooperation and collaboration. Spirit is saying with Trine and the 5th house that there is going to be opportunity to spend more time with this person, a lot of fun time. And to be honest with you, I'm actually seeing this as dating. I'm seeing this as having fun, catching up, connecting. I'm seeing this as working together. I do see a partnership here for all of you. There's some sort of working together here. Your advice is to be open towards connecting with this person, to allow their energy in, and to allow fun, good, positive energy in. If it's anything less than that, then, you know, it's not the right person, because this is a very fun person who has very fun intentions of being friendly and bringing more warmth into your connection. That is their intention. It's not just going to be like, okay, hook up, that's it, or talk to you today, ignore you for the next week. No. This is someone who wants your actual like physical attention, and they want it to be fun. They don't just want it to be like a quick burning thing. I see that they have intentions of working with you here, of collaborating with you, connecting with you, and setting something with you. So for many of you, this is actually going to end up being like a date or a friendship, or somebody who you end up having some really nice memories with. But I do see that you should not be forcing this or rushing this. Spirit is saying wait, postpone, pause, say no. So that makes me think that you could be getting this person's energy confused with somebody else's, or you could be seeing this person as something that needs to be pushed a particular direction within a particular time. I don't think that's where you should be coming from. I'm getting a very passive energy here, which I'm likening to you as the viewer, and I'm getting a very assertive energy, which I am likening to your person. Now, if that resonates, and if you do see yourself as being the more passive one, who is almost like, wow, that makes a lot of sense as to why this person has been acting like that now, they really want to do this in that way, then your advice is to definitely not be the person here that's forcing, that's setting, that's creating. That is what their role is at this stage. Your role is to stand in your power, to stop overthinking, and to acknowledge that you're already doing the most here. Your energy is already invested in exactly the right amount of measurements when it comes to this connection. Keep facing your true north tells me that you have other aspects of your life that do need your attention, that do need your focus. This connection is fun, so allow it to stay fun. Don't allow it to consume those darker, more serious notes of your energy and focus at this stage, because there are other things that you could be focusing on as well. So trust that this situation is going to evolve fairly quickly, depending on when this person's courage can be harnessed appropriately. But for you, it's very much about allowing this to still be this fun thing, this fun sort of connecting thing that you have, where you just sort of meet up and you're able to slowly, go along with whatever plan they're concocting within the realm of, I want to do this. Obviously, I'm not saying that you need to, but try not to make it too serious too soon. Try not to force it to be something too quickly. Just let it be an addition to your already vibrant life, and continue facing your true north and working towards the other aspects of your life that you have been focused on. Group 1, that is the reading that I have for you. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was insightful. Very interesting person in your energy here. Very concerned person. It's been a pleasure reading for you. I'm going to take a quick second to thank your guides, my guides, and our spiritual team. friends for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. Don't forget to enter in the giveaway as well, and I shall see you in another reading. Bye! Hi group 2 and welcome! If you chose the number 5, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit, who is thinking about you? We're going to be getting information about who they are, their personality, some initials, how you know them, and then we're going to be looking at why they're thinking about you, what's been on their mind lately when it comes to you. We're also going to be getting some advice at the end to wrap it up. So what I can tell you with the number 5 coming out is that this person, I don't know if there's been change recently in your connection, but there is definitely a feeling of the times are a-changing. This person feels a little bit cold. Maybe that's me. I've got the aircon on. Let me turn that off. But there is certainly a change in your connection here. 5 is always change for me. The other thing about 5 is that, I don't know, it's a test of your... what's the word? Durability? Not really, because you're overall wanting to push things into new waters or into a new direction, or to kind of show, it's like a test of strength, energy. I'm really curious about this person now. What's happened between you? Let's figure this out. I'm going to put that there. We get some tissue box messages first. Group 2, please, Spirit. Who is thinking about group 2? Can we get some initials? This person's personality. Who is thinking about group 2? Who is thinking about group 2, please, Spirit? And how does group 2 know this person? Okay, so who is thinking about you? We got initials. We got a G coming out. G straight away. We also have awakening. Wow, so this person could be someone who was a part of your awakening journey. This could be someone who feels like they gained more knowledge through your presence in their life. And this is someone who is a little bit here nor there. Sagittarius automatically makes me think that this person is a bit hot and cold, or they have a traveler's energy, and they could be someone who is currently at a distance for you. Listen, they could just be a Sagittarius as well, but the thing about Sagittarius is that they shoot their shot and they just go in the direction where the arrow lands. So this person's arrow could have landed in a faraway land, and there's left sort of you behind, but they seem to present as someone who's opportunistic, someone who's just sort of here when the opportunity's here, and then they kind of go when the opportunity goes. And that can be unpredictable for some. If you don't know what this person's intentions are when it comes to opportunities, then they may be hard to understand. We have March, I'm grateful for my soulmate. So that tells me that this person does have a very profound impact in your life. They are someone who considers you to be a very important person in their life. To be honest with you, they see you as a soulmate, group 2. This is someone who could have had a very serious spiritual awakening because of you, or vice versa. You could have because of them. I'm grateful for you. Yeah, this person is very much like, yeah, you're an amazing person and you always will be in my eyes. January could be Capricorn, Aquarius here. March is more of like a Pisces energy when I made it, but technically there's a bit of Aries there. I'm grateful for you tells me that you have quite an impact on this person, group 2. Quite an impact on them. They see you as quite a special person. I wish. So there were missed opportunities here, or something else could have, would have, should have happened. I wish. This is someone who things are not exactly where they were intended to be, or things could be better. We also have another initial. We've got a T coming out, so we have GT. Makes me think of the fish and the car. We also have Pluto. Yeah, okay, so there was definitely an ending here between the two of you. Something transformed. Pluto makes me think that there's like secrets or unfinished business, things that are happening in the shadows that are very much disconnected, or just a lot more that should be revealed, could have been revealed, some very deep feelings, some very deep knowledge that hasn't been said, a deep, meaningful conversation that hasn't been had. Earth could be an indication of earth signs present, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Earth could be referencing that this person is very down to earth, usually in terms of their personality. We have Pisces, so there was definitely an ending here. It could have been sudden with Sagittarius, like maybe it wasn't something that was really explained or decided, it just kind of happened. Opportunities started taking you in different directions. But I do think with the 12th house coming out that there are still hidden feelings. There was an ending, there are still secrets, there's still a feeling of being attached to each other, obviously with soulmate awakening and now the 12th house. It's like things are wrapping up, but I feel a sense of like, I want to make positive change. I want to feel warmer. I don't want to be in this cold Five of Pentacles hell. That's what it feels like. And I think it's because there is a pentacle on this card, but it made me think of the Five of Pentacles being cold. We also have root chakra, so this person could have recently started a new beginning, or they were someone who became a part of your life at a time where you were starting a lot of new beginnings. When I think of root chakra, I think more of like foundations, the core you, the backbone of who you are, your spine, your values, getting back to basics and rebuilding appropriately. You know, at times we have to go right down to our root and regenerate in order to be the person we were actually meant to be. Sometimes we get a little distracted and start putting on too many extra things that don't resonate with our core being. So it makes me think that something could have happened here that was very transformative in your connection and turned you into someone who had to get back to your core and go back to your root of who you are and regrow from that. Especially with Pluto and awakening here. We have Leo coming out. Leo is a fixed sign on this card, so it's more of that fixed sign energy, a bit of stubborn energy, a little bit of can't budge, can't move energy. This may be someone who you've been trying to move on from for some time, but it's been very hard to, very difficult to. They might have a very fixed presence in your life. With Leo coming out though, aside from the fixed energy, 25 to 30 could be a significant age, or it's just more of this feeling of like developments and growth. Like, I know that you do a lot of growth and development before the age of 25. A lot of things happen, but I think that a lot of people get sort of the second wind in that age gap where a lot of people just feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? You know, it's like a quarter life crisis. I'm one of them. And I feel like a lot of people just end up doing things or reinventing themselves in ways where they wish they had done sooner, or they'd start to feel like, okay, I need to do this now to become this person. So I do think that there's some sort of existential crisis thing going on here where you kind of trigger each other to do things, or you push each other to see things about yourselves that it's like, wow, okay, this is a very interesting connection. It has a very almost like catalyst feeling. It could be similar to like a twin connection, but it's just very much like this person seems to be associated with transforming and healing and facing fears and a lot of secrets and a lot of an ending and opportunistic moments and awakening, and there is love and there's healing, but there's also individuality and stubbornness. We have sleepless here as well. So sleepless is saying that there's been a lot of thoughts in here on their side, on your side, but we're talking about them. So they've spent a lot of late nights thinking about this and trying to put the pieces together. Let's have a look at how you know them now. So group 2, you know this person because you're currently in separation from them. August could be a significant month, but you are currently in separation from them. Yeah, there was a longing feeling. The longing feeling may still come. It may not be as strong as it used to be, but it can be strong. Longing for this person's energy in your life. We have another initial H. House seems to be significant. H could just be some sort of impact here or influence on this connection. We have water. First of all, water was created to add more of like the water signs. So water signs starting from the beginning, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but water is making me think that there's a lot of feelings here. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of scorpionic feelings, and scorpionic feelings are sometimes a bit bitter because there's pain there, or there's trapped desires there. There's trapped desires, but it feels like there's just a lot of kind of water under the bridge, let's say that. We have the letter S coming out now as well, another initial. I think we've got a few more initials here. We also have an A, so this is how you know this person. So it could be their initial, it could be the initial of someone who was very significant in this connection. We have an N as well coming out. We also have a Y. Y, and now I'm seeing say, S-A-Y, say. We also have Scorpio. Oh, excuse me, we have Capricorn. I just saw I was reading it upside down. I don't know how I saw Scorpio, but we have Capricorn. So we have another age here, 55 to 65, and the cardinal energy of Capricorn is represented here. So cardinal energy, different to fixed. Well, to be honest with you, cardinal and fixed could make for a very successful person, but I see cardinal as like innovative, forward-moving, forward-thinking, a leader, not a follower, someone who pushes ahead and kind of does. They're not someone who's going to ask for help, for example, someone who just does it and likes that sense of achievement, of accomplishment for self. I also see with the cardinal energy that this person could at times be a lone wolf. You could know this person because of their achievements or through their achievements, maybe through school even. Capricorn makes me think there could even be a work connection here, or maybe they're just very invested in their work. We also have the 10th house, so there is some sort of connection here to career, but also to rules and restrictions and traditions, and a father could be involved. The 10th house is where Saturn's more restrictive side comes into play. We can be a little bit more nondescript with Capricorn as a sign, but when we talk about the 10th house, it is very much rules, regulations, structures, traditions, things becoming very exact and precise. So there seems to be very precise reasons or restrictions in this connection, very, very legitimate, or should I say practical reasons for things to be the way that they are at the moment. Like, for example, maybe this person is not a part of your life because they have somebody else in their life and they made their choice, or this person is not a part of your life because they are at a distance and you lost touch. Like, there seems to be a very practical reason for why things are the way that they are at the moment. We also have I'm grateful for my twin, so that confirms my suspicions. This is a very catalyst feeling of triggering each other and healing through each other's presence in each other's lives. And with the 12th house here, it's been a very difficult cycle to end, or a very difficult situation to go through, because it feels like it just won't ever end. Goodness, heaviness. Let's get some more tarot just to confirm. Group 2, please, Spirit. Who is thinking about group 2, and how does group 2 know them? Who is thinking about group 2? We have Temperance. We've got a lot of twin energy here, sweets. A lot of twin energy. Who is thinking about group 2? We have the 9 of Cups reversed. Wow, the wish did not come true in the way that we wanted it to. The Fool reversed. One more card, or at least 2 more, please. How does group 2 know this person? Yeah, that makes sense. 5 of Swords. Who is thinking about group 2? We have the 3 of Wands in the reverse position. Honestly, wow. Yeah, this, where do I start? Listen to me, I'm just going to have a drink of water. This, unfortunately, is all too familiar to our cohort. This is a very spiritual connection. This is someone who triggered pain, who triggered healing, who triggered the need for temperance, the need for inner union, the need to be balanced and measured and patient. This is someone who you've been waiting for a long time to come into reconciliation with, in the sense of you were hoping that they would get their stuff together, and maybe you've been focused on yourself, or maybe you've been very focused on them. But I feel that your wish has not come true yet, and it's a feeling of not getting that moment to be happy in the way that you want to. This person brings a lot of mixed feelings, to say the least. 9 of Cups reverse gives me this feeling of you don't have a sense of accomplishment when it comes to this person. Their impact on your life has forced you to face your own feelings more than you've been able to feel appreciated by them. You've had to sort of accommodate by feeding appreciative feelings into yourself instead of relying on them to be able to make you feel that way. I also see the Nine of Cups reversed as you just needing to kind of separate your energy from this person. Otherwise, you just have, your expectations are never met. I also see the Fool over here reversed as just an opportunity that never really came into fruition. The Fool reversed tells me you really don't know what to expect with this person when it comes to the future and when things are going to eventuate, if they will. I think that some foolish actions may have been taken in the past. It feels like we may have made mistakes in the past. We may have regrets, but at the same time, with the Fool being reversed, it's like you don't have any clear expectations of how this person should act moving forward. You just expect that it's not something that you should expect, if that makes sense. I also see the Fool reversed as like you putting your prospects elsewhere. The person who is thinking about you is someone who may have invested their prospects elsewhere. They may be someone who comes across as very patient, or someone who is like just putting efforts into themselves, being a bit selfish at times, if you wanted to look at it in that way. But I can see with the Fool reverse that they could be someone who you perceive to be foolish or unawakened or not as connected as they actually are. Is that true, Spirit? Two of Wands. No, sweets, it's not true. The truth is that they chose their road very consciously. It was not a mistake. The Five of Swords in the reverse tells me that this person most likely ghosted you. Communication is very, very difficult. Someone could be blocked as well. The Five of Swords reverse tells me that there was just a sudden disconnect in communication. Somebody left the chat. Somebody just broke out and was like, no, not going to reply to that message. The Five of Swords reverse tells me that there could have been strong pressures from a shared group of people or expectations of other people that this needs to end. So they did that. They followed that. Somebody saw an opening to leave the conversation and they took it. I also see the Five of Swords reversed as hasty action that wasn't necessarily well thought. So that is what happened in terms of the hastiness. But when it comes to this person's future, they're very much aware of how their actions are taking them forward now. You know, they're not someone who likes to make mistakes anymore. They don't like to do that. They're very careful now. I also see with the Three of Wands reverse that this is someone who was a part of your past, someone who you may have waited for a while, someone who you were expecting to come back, but you just don't know anymore. It's like the ship has sailed and the harbor is closed, because I'm not going to stand there with my lighthouse on waiting for the ship to come home. There is a feeling as though there was just a need in you to face the other direction. Your energy has been invested elsewhere. I'm hearing that the light is still on though. So for many of you, the lighthouse is on, but you're not home. You're just like, listen, if they need to come back, they know where to go, but I'm going to be doing this now. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of who this person is. There's always that one group in our community. There's always that one group. Let's have a look now at why they're thinking about you, shall we? Group 2, please, Spirit. Why is this person thinking about group 2? Oh, we have the Four of Pentacles. Look at them hoarding their time and resources. Why is this person thinking about group 2? We also have the Five of Wands. Why is this person thinking about group 2? The Hierophant. We also have the Five of Pentacles reversed. I knew this card was going to come out. One more card, please, for group 2. Grupus Tupus. Why are they thinking about group 2? Hello. We have the Hanged Man reversed. Wow. Honestly, I'm not going to tell you anything miraculous. This person's actions aren't going to change overnight. They are still focused on what they're focused on. Their future has been set in somewhat of cement, maybe not stone, okay? No, nothing is permanent in the sense of we always have the ability to change if we want to, but they are still very focused on themselves. This is still someone who has to achieve something for themselves, and they're very adamant on doing that. However, things have not been all glittery and gold for this person. While they've achieved things, they're still not nearly as close to where they want to be, and they're always looking over their shoulder at you. So why are they thinking about you, group 2? Well, first of all, they're thinking about how they know very little about your life right now. Their resources are very tight, and it's very difficult now to budge. You feel very hard to get close to now, and they have no one to blame but themselves. With the Four of Pentacles here, this person may be going through some financial struggles, or they may be needing to be very restrictive with their resources in general, and they're considering how time is not something that they have a lot of. And I don't know if they were expecting to come back, but they're realizing now that they don't have a lot to give here. You're on their mind because they think about whether they should have been more giving. They think about whether they should be more open, but I don't think that they can now. I think that this person is somewhat cemented their present and their future. They've made some pretty long-term commitments, or they've kind of made some long-term plans, and they are expecting to be able to finish those off. But the truth of the situation is there's a lot of inner turmoil still when they think of you, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if your attention being elsewhere has triggered an energetic shift in this connection. With the Five of Wands, this person almost feels like it's difficult to get your attention now. It's like they need to... They feel that there's competition here now. They feel like it's difficult to get close to you. Like there's other people now who are in the limelight in the way that they should have been, you know, like your focus is on someone else now. I wouldn't be surprised with the Five of Wands if there are other people in your life, or if you've considered it and this person has actually picked up on that energetically. The way that they introduced themselves was that they have a very close bond to your spirit. So when your spirit moves with your ego, your mind, and your emotions, this person may have picked up on the fact that your energy is being invested elsewhere now. They feel this competitive streak. Regardless, they're thinking about you because there has been a change in your connection with them. Energy has shifted, and they feel now with the Hierophant that they want some advice. They want, honestly, especially if you are someone who has taken the more spiritual route and they know this, they may be considering coming in and getting advice from you about what's going on with them and what they should do for their future. This person is so insecure and unsure about their finances right now, okay? They are just holding it together and hoping that they made the right choices, the right investments. But when it comes to their future and their money situation, they are very insecure and unsure about what they've done here. They don't think they've done the right thing. So they are wanting the right advice, and they may even get professional advice because of that. For some reason, you're linked to that. So with the Hierophant here, they could be wanting advice from you, or they're just wanting to reconnect with you and get that sort of confirmation of what they should do. Honestly, with this combination of cards, they don't have a lot to offer, and yet they always seem to think that... I don't like that at all. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't think it's helpful, but listen, only take it if it resonates, group 2. I'm hearing that they always seemed to think that you were going to be a backup option, and I hate that because I don't... that's the bad thing about channeling. I can't control what comes through, but they always thought that you were going to be a backup option. And listen, where this person is at right now, they're nearly at that point where it's like, well, do I just go back to my backup option? Why didn't they just invest in you in the first place? That's what I want to know. 3, they didn't know what was good for them. This was a very thirsty person. They were hungry for more, thirsty for experiences, thirsty for knowing more. They didn't want to settle down too soon. They didn't want to accidentally cut themselves short, cut their experiences short. They wanted more. They craved more. The 3 reversed. They got too thirsty. Spirit's saying, And that's not to say that there isn't love here, sweets. There is love, there is compassion, there's connection. I don't know, you know this person better than I do. The 7th house. Goodness. They might have just been young and immature. Now that they're getting older, they're realizing, and I mean older in terms of their experiences, not in terms of their age. They're starting to realize what matters, and unfortunately, they're realizing that what they've invested in doesn't matter to them. They're realizing now that true partnership, true connection is a lot more than just appearances and how you present in a relationship and what you can physically provide to a relationship. I see with the 5 of Pentacles reversed that this person does want positive change. They're acknowledging that your connection has become so cold, it's like stuck here now. I don't know if there's an opportunity to connect with them soon, or if there was an opportunity where you may have reconnected with them. They just think that it's even harder to tell now where things are going. With the Hanged Man, they constantly look over their shoulder to see where you're at and what you're up to, and they constantly check in with your energy in their mind. They do imagine scenarios with you. They think about you in their imagination and daydreams. But with that card reversed, there's no way out yet. It's just a form of escapism. It's not an intention setting pastime, in the sense of there are no genuine desires to take action based on these daydreams. They're simply daydreams. I need to tell you this because I don't want it to push you in the wrong path. I want you to get the honest message, the honest information based on their current energy, so that you can measure your expectations accordingly. These kinds of connections can be very triggering, and they can be very painful when you expect something to happen and it doesn't. So I need to be honest and say, I don't see this person taking the initiative to make powerful change in your connection. I do see them thinking about you and how they have invested their efforts and energy in the past against you, now regretting. The point of it's not like an emotional regret. It's like could I have been more physically successful if I went with them, if I chose my other option. I don't know if this person was just hoping for some sort of milestone to happen in their life and it hasn't yet, but they do want advice from you, and they look to you for advice, group 2. The other thing about this Hanged Man reversed is that they are very emotionally unsettled when it comes to you, in terms of their emotions have not been clarified to them. They're still unsure of how they feel at this time when it comes to you and the future of your connection, if that makes sense. That is where nothing is set in stone, and that is something that they are confused about. There's just a lot of confusion here when it comes to you and whether you're something that could be more permanent in their life. And especially if they haven't invested any energy recently into your connection, then they've barely got a leg to stand on here. So let's get some advice for you, group 2. God knows you need it. Group 2, please, Spirit. What is the advice for group 2? We have Yod. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to clarify this card. Look at this. Love it though. That's why I got this deck, so I could brush up on my cosmic knowledge. We also have Virgo coming out. Can I please get some advice for group 2? What should they do in this connection? What should they do in this connection? Group 2. We have the ever unfolding rose. Oh, isn't that the truth? It's the ever unfolding rose. What should they do in this connection? Just when you think the rose is opened and it's blossomed, another petal forms. We have Imrama. Beautiful. So I just want to quickly clarify Yod. Will I need to pause it, Spirit, or can you successfully steer me in the right direction? Let's see. If I take too long, I'm going to pause it. But I hope I don't take too long. Yod is in the other book. Darn. What number though, Spirit? 294. Okay. 294. Hey, it's nearly there. Here we go. The finger or hand of God. I knew this from the Hebrew alphabet. Oh, my brain. Karma, ancestors, trauma, healing, cycles, my days. it came out in the upright. So in light, the Yod shows us that an individual is tasked with great responsibility in this lifetime, suggesting an immense capacity for bringing about transformation and healing. This person was definitely a trigger. They were definitely here to awaken you, to cause pain, because they needed to instigate healing. Yod with Saturn, and I'm guessing that this is Neptune. We've got, oh no, that could be Neptune. But anyway, it has a very healing, triggering, transformative feeling about it, this connection, let alone that card. So your advice is to go with those waves of transformation. And listen, I feel like the advice video needs to be its own video, because I don't mean to minimize this experience. I'm sensing a lot of pain, a lot of tears, and it's actually making me want to cry now. I know it hasn't been easy for you, and someone like this had a very strong purpose in your life to bring about the true potential within you by first highlighting everything that needed to change first. And some of those things were things that you were born with, because they were traumas or patterns of behavior set about by your ancestors that were then passed down onto you. You're the kind of group where this person came into your life and helped you shed layers of ancestral trauma and patterns of behavior that you no longer wanted to carry into your future. They give you a lot to think about, and they honestly just point you in a direction and tell you to figure out the answers yourself. With Virgo here, Spirit saying you're doing a great job of this. You're a very wise person, and the answers you need will always be available to you. Just make sure you look in the right places. Try not to get too distracted and obsessed with what this person is doing. They act as your trigger point. They are not supposed to be your medicine. They are the thing that causes you to seek medicinal properties. And the medicinal properties that you do find will be found when you are focusing on the root of your pain, not on why this hasn't healed yet, but more of how is this still causing me pain? Why is this still causing me pain? Where is the pain emanating from? I see that this is going to be a connection that does continue to evolve, sweets. It is something that you may be presented with for the rest of your lifetime. You may always have questions. You may always have triggers when it comes to this person. You may always have moments of contemplative thoughts or soul searching where you simply need to shut off and think about why the heck they're still in your mind. Why the heck it had to happen this way, why they are back in town, why did they call me again, why are they not here and I'm thinking about them. The ever unfolding rose tells me that this is something that was intended to happen for you. It was supposed to evolve beyond the obsession into you coming into who you are and really embracing your true potential. But in order to get there, you have to pay attention and ask for information and support in the right directions. Where are you being called to journey to? This is always supposed to be a temporary situation. You were never supposed to stay resident in this pain, this despair, and this suffering. It was supposed to be a transformative period that elevates you into something else. So allow yourself to continue to move forward. Allow yourself to unfold like this ever unfolding rose, and allow this situation to give you the wisdom and experience you need to seek the answers that you need, and to maybe share those answers with others who need them as well. This is something that was supposed to trigger pain only so that you could heal it and move through it once and for all. This is something that was supposed to help you shed a lot of layers of trauma and karma in the best of ways. You're supposed to be closer to your truest form and your greatest potential because of this person. So group 2, that is what I'm seeing in terms of who is thinking about you. Listen, these kinds of connections can be very heavy and they can be very consuming, but that doesn't mean that they have to be the only things going for us in our lives. So you may have messages in another group. The other groups were not as heavy as you have been. If you want something lighter to sort of freshen you up before you go, I do recommend you go for a different group. I just want to send you so much love and light, group 2. This situation is heavy, but it doesn't have to always be heavy for you. And I hope that this love and light can help bring you to where you need and deserve to be. Love and light. Oh gosh, I just want to say, I just want to send it all to you. Can't even talk. I'm just going to send you positive energy. Look after your beautiful self, group 2. It has been a pleasure to read for you today. Listen, enter the giveaway too if you haven't already, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi group 3 and welcome. If you chose the fixed card for the first portion of your reading, then this is going to be your, excuse me, did I say first portion? Oh my days. I'm so used to doing extendeds. If you chose the fixed card for the pick a group portion of this reading, then this is going to be your reading. We're asking Spirit, who is thinking about you? We do have a lot to cover. We'll be getting information about this person, trying to figure out who they are and how you know them. Excuse me. And then we're also going to be looking at why they're thinking about you. And of course, we're going to be getting some advice as well. So first of all, fixed is giving me a lot of energy already. Fixed makes me think that there's something about this person that is very stubborn or very much a part of you at the moment. Like either they're obvious and it should be something that isn't a surprise that this person is thinking about you, or their thoughts of you remain quite stuck or solid is what I want to say. I don't know why. Listen, every time I hear fixed in terms of a sign, I always think of stubborn. I think of the stubborn bull with Taurus or the stubborn lion with Leo. It just makes me think of stubbornness. So, excuse me. It makes me think that something about the situation feels very stuck. So let's have a look at who this person is. We'll get some tissue box messages first. Group 3, please, Spirit. Who is thinking about group 3? And how does group 3 know them? Oh, okay, there's only one message. How do you know them? I'm grateful for my job. So most of you know this person through work or because of their work or work ethic. Let's have a look at who this person is. We got initials. First initial is the letter D. Now these initials could be their first, middle, last name. Because this is a general reading, it could be yours as well, just to confirm that you picked the right group. We got a V, so D, V. We also have a K here. Interesting. What else have we got? My chair. There we go. That's a bit better. It wasn't sitting right and it wasn't very supportive. We also have the letter T coming out. What else do we have? We have the letter P. Excuse me, these sleeves are getting in the way. We have a Y. We also have an L. I'm hearing that song now. Who sings it? Stuck on you. I could tell down deep in your soul that I just can't lose. But I'm on my way. Interesting. We have an I as well. We have an R. Man, we got a lot of initials. I think you guys got the most tissue box messages. I think. Let's have a look. We also have a Z. Oh my days. We got a Z. Is there any other initials here, Spirit? There might be one hiding somewhere. I can't see it yet, though, so we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep rolling. So, who is this person? We have forgive. So you have a history with this person. Forgiveness is required on one or both sides. It doesn't necessarily have to be required. Here's that hidden initial, J. It doesn't necessarily have to be required, but there may be an apology owed, or an apology may have been a part of your history. What that tells me is that it hasn't always been easy with this person. The fact that they are showing that forgiveness is a key way of identifying them. It tells me that it's been a little bit tricky, to say the least. Like, this isn't an easy breezy situation. We have inspired, which makes me think that this is someone who triggered growth in your life, and vice versa. Maybe you look up to this person. This person thinks that is thinking about you, is someone that you would look up to. We also have happiness here. So I feel like there is a lot of happiness, or there was at one time a lot of happiness in this connection. Someone who made you very happy at one point in time. Perhaps forgiveness is what is needed in order to move forward, because we are being shown separation now. So this is not someone who plays an active role in your present. They aren't as close to you as they could be, or as they used to be. Someone who you're not currently in regular contact with. We have I'm grateful for you. So you could have triggered a lot of growth in this person's journey. This is a unique person in your life. They really stand out to you. So I have a feeling that you're inspired by this person, or that this person is inspired by you. Could be that you're in a similar field of work, or you just kind of look up to each other when it comes to work. We also have that would hurt. So yes, there has been pain in this history, shared history, should I say. There has been some sort of situation here that caused grief, caused issues, caused pain. I'm also seeing that this is someone who maybe you've considered reaching out to, but you didn't, because you thought that would make the situation worse, so you just kept your distance where it was safe. This is someone who you felt you had an intimate connection with. This makes me think that you had a more of an emotional intimate connection rather than a physical. Someone who you felt really understood you, who maybe you've opened up to, could have had a deep and meaningful conversation with them in the past and felt like they were really much a kindred spirit. Virgo coming out, this is a very smart person. You would consider them to be very wise or intelligent, to say the least. I feel like they are unpredictable because their mind is their own, though. You can't really always tell what's on their mind. Leo coming out, so there's that stubborn fixed energy. Leo actually tells me that this person does just kind of do what they want. I feel like listen, the thing about Leo stubborn is there's a lot of courage there. It's not just like a Taurus stubborn, it's like a courage, in my opinion. So it feels like this person is someone that you would look up to, someone who you see to be very courageous. There could be a Cancer Leo cusp, but Cancer coming out tells me that they are somebody who kind of takes care of themselves. Maybe they are actually very kind and caring, nurturing. You may have had the opportunity to see them in a nurturing situation where they were looking after family, or you may know them through their ability. You may know that they have like a caring side to them, a very loyal side to them. But mostly Cancer is telling me that this person is the kind of person who takes charge of their own emotions, and you consider them to be someone who, if they felt some type of way, they would act that way. They're not like as reflective and internal as their mind is. I feel like you almost assume that this person's heart is on their sleeve, or that their emotions are very easy to read, if that makes sense. We have Capricorn here, though. Right as I said that, you can't always trust a Capricorn when it comes to emotions. So, maybe it's more that you've seen this person care for others. Because now with Capricorn being here, I'm not seeing a lot of care for you, sweets. I'm seeing like a lot of care for self, a lot of focus on self, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-progress, a lot of courage, needing to work on self, making self feel good, wanting to upgrade, not so much putting that attention on you, though. We have Pisces. Interesting. Pisces tells me, first of all, that there was an interesting ending between the two of you that was almost open-ended. It's like it can't really end. But also Pisces is telling me that this person is a very almost wise soul. I kind of feel them to be someone that you do wish you could pick the brains of, like you wish you could just know them better or understand how their mind works. They seem to be a bit of an enigma for you, someone who really stands out, someone who you're not surprised that they're thinking about you either, because you guys do have some emotional thing going on here. It's like you have this respect for each other, you have this love for each other, but you also have this acceptance that there is separation between each other right now, and that this person especially is like, nah, that would hurt too many people. I can't move towards them. We have Jupiter coming out, so I feel like this person appears very fortunate in your eyes. They appear to be very lucky. They could be from a different cultural background to you, but I just think that you see them as someone who has good fortune. With the 8th house here, this person could have recently gone through a big transformation in their physical world and their emotional world. That's the thing about this, is that it's more of like an internal process that is reflected externally after a period of time. So maybe you've just noticed that this person has definitely transformed. There's still mystery around them though, especially with the moon here. There's still something about them that is quite mysterious to you. You can't get a full reading on this person, especially now that they're more focused on self, very focused on self-achievement. A lot of tangible success with this person. They may be very physically successful, but they're very much an easygoing person. Other than that, to be honest with you, with Earth coming out, they could be an Earth sign. Virgo is strong, Capricorn is strong. I'm not surprised if Taurus is here somewhere with this fixed energy, but listen, Earth just tells me that actually this person has very basic sort of principles in what makes them as a person. They may be like a family-orientated person, for example. Everything they do is for their family. Or they may be someone who is just out here for kindness and humanity in general. And as long as, you're respecting those around you, this person will be happy. But they are someone with basic down-to-earth values, apparently. We also have the 4th house coming out again. So there is a lot of Cancerian energy here. This is a very caring, kind, nurturing person, a very compassionate and maternal person is what I would say. They have deep feelings. And I think that you feel that you understand their feelings and where their feelings lie when it comes to the people that they love and care about. They seem to be someone who isn't afraid to move forward. They have courage, they have balance, they have the motivation to do these things. You see them as someone who is currently making some big strides in their personal journey, as well as having a healthy balance of spirituality, which is interesting. You may see them as someone who you share a spiritual connection with, or someone who just seems to be well connected to Source. And remember, you can have a connection to Source without being very aware of, self, if that makes sense. So, Sagittarius and Pisces people are, in my opinion, the embodiment of that with Jupiter's energy, following the directions without truly delving deep into the meaning of understanding why, simply going with the flow, taking those risks, shooting those shots, and letting the universe guide them. With fire here, this person has an interesting dynamic going on of fire and water. It tells me that this person is ambitious, they're creative, they're passionate, but they also have deep feelings, they care deeply, they're a very emotional person, but in their own little way, because they're analytical and they're also somebody who's set to achieve. So they like to balance out those feelings with practical plans is what I'm getting. Let's have a look at how you know them and how you can recognize them better. Oh, look what I just did. I don't know why I do that every time. Y'all, if you've been watching me for a while, why do I do that every time? Group 3, please, Spirit. Who is thinking of Group 3? How does Group 3 know them? Who is thinking of Group 3? We have the 4 of Cups in the reverse position. Oh, Spirit. We have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse position. How does Group 3 know this person? How do you know them? We have the 10 of Swords. How don't you know them? It's an easier question. How don't you know them? The Moon coming out. What else? We have the 7 of Wands, Spirit, my days, and we have Justice. Wow. Karma is something that follows you when this person is around. There seems to be a lot of cord cutting with this person. There's a feeling as though you have tried to move forward, and so have they. Queen of Discs in the reversed. That just, unfortunately, with the Queen of Discs reversed, this is someone who seems to help inspire your success, but there's no real energy towards each other here. This could be someone who you're in a relationship with. It could be someone who you were very much together with in a legal binding relationship. But regardless, there seems to be this balance with the two of you that you just can't escape. I see that you feel that karma or justice is going to be served in this connection, in the sense that whatever was imbalanced is now being balanced. You feel that the situation is going to improve for the better on both sides, especially if you're the one that's been in deficit lately. I see with the Queen of Discs reverse that there is an imbalance of values, or how the situation could have been nurtured for and tended to. It's like the neglected garden in winter, and all of a sudden it's spring and you're like, oh gosh, maybe I should have done more work in autumn. This is a lot to manage now. That's what it feels like. Y'all went through winter in isolation. Now that it's spring and there's an opportunity to do something, at least on this person's side or your side, you're starting to notice that actually this has gone a little bit out of control. Time has really gotten the better of us. And for someone, it is irreparable. I have to be open here because I'm getting that for some of you, the other person's going to look at this. It's not just going to be one size fits all. I'm going to have to talk about this as person A, person B, because in some cases, person B could be watching versus person A. So in this connection of two people, one person is looking at this as a missed opportunity, seeking balance in this connection for the sake of union. Another person is looking at this connection as, thank goodness I got through that dark period of my life and cut cords and was able to invest my energy and effort elsewhere. Thank goodness I was able to leave a certain amount of seeds of effort in my back pocket so that when I did find soil that was fertile, I actually grew it. My mind is still attached to this person, and it will always be the painful. There's something about you that reminds them. Someone here, the one who's trying to move forward, is constantly reminded of the other one, though. It's like a haunting in their brain. It could be your name. Maybe you have a really common name and it always pops up. But it's like they tried to cut the cord here, and it's not. You're just springing back in and out of each other's lives. There is a feeling here of this connection was in growth inspiring, especially with the Seven of Wands here. Is that upright? Yeah, a lot of courage here. A lot of courage. This person is someone who seems to have a lot of stamina, or it seems to be that they overcome a lot of adversity in order to be who they are today. They are a deeply reflective individual. In fact, I'm getting that for some of you, you know that this person has mental health concerns or issues that they battle with and they've overcome. They are on top of it now. In fact, they use their mental health wisdom to better themselves. They could be someone who works really well with the sort of darker, shadowy aspects of their personality, someone who seems to be a quieter, softer soul, but they thrive in their current environment because they've spent time finding an environment that works for their type of energy. I want to say as well, there is a feeling here of like physical blockages, like physical distances. If you did work in a workplace together previously, I'm guessing that is now non-existent. If you shared a community with this person, it feels like they no longer share that community with you. There are no tangible ways to be a part of each other's lives in growth inspiring ways at the moment. It feels like a lot of this is just mental, tapping into each other's energy. I do think that with the person who's wanting union, they are still unsure of how to take actions towards this. Like, what do we do? How do we make it happen? Overthinking the whole process, kind of getting to their wits' end of self-sabotaging and betraying. It seems to be a betrayal in this connection as well. Like somebody was betrayed. Somebody expected one thing to happen and then the other person did this instead. Somebody expected this to happen and then the other person pulled all their seeds out of the soil instead. So nothing really grew the way that it was meant to. I want to say that beside this betrayal, there does seem to be more that needs to be said here. There seems to be a lot ruminating behind closed doors in terms of both of you have other thoughts or feelings that you wish you could have shared to one another. So honestly, that's a very specific message. I feel like that should help you understand who this person is. So let's have a look at why. I got an eyebrow hair on the table. Why? How did they get there? Excuse me, I'm a mess. Why are they thinking about you now? Why? Why are you thinking about group 3? Why is this person thinking about group 3, Spirit? Why is this person thinking about group 3? Why is this person thinking about group 3? Hello. Thank you. We have the Page of Swords coming out first. Why is this person thinking about group 3? If it isn't your girl, Death reversed. Why is this person thinking about group 3, Spirit? We have the World reversed. Didn't I say it? Y'all have some, what is it called? Baggage, unfinished chapters in this novel. Okay. We also have the Two of Wands in the upright, and on my days we have the Knight of Swords reversed. You know what, this is very annoying, and I just want to tell you it as it is, but I'm also getting a little bit frustrated with this person's energy, because unfortunately the main reason why this is stuck in the thought situation is because this person does not have any solid intentions of being an active part of your life presently. They are very focused on themselves. They are someone who is still very curious about you. They may check up on you on social media, especially with the Page of Swords. They're very curious about what you're doing, but I'm hearing from Spirit that despite them being curious, they're still getting information about you, so they're not curious enough to text or call or connect with you or actually reach out to you personally. They're still getting information about you from somewhere else, so they feel they don't need to extend themselves. And they are someone who honestly is kind of like, well, why would I open that can of worms again with Death reversed? Let's leave the past where the past is. It's still very much messy between the two of you. It wasn't a neatly packaged ending. It was quite ambiguous, quite mysterious, quite messy, and it just feels like there's a lot of loose ends. It's kind of like tearing up a piece of bread open and dipping it in oil and like seeing the uneven surface. It's like it's not clean cut. It's so messy, and it feels like this person is thinking like, listen, my thoughts are my thoughts. My actions are not going to create more issues, more dramas, more work. This person is very much invested in other areas of their lives. Work may be a priority for them, or just reaching a sense of achievement could be a priority for them. I see that they are focusing on achieving something at this stage. But with the World reversed, the main reason that they're thinking about you is they're thinking about how things ended with you, and the fact that things didn't really end with you. It's kind of like an open door situation, but they had to accept that that's just how that door is going to be now. Or maybe that door's closed, but there's no lock on it, and you could just come in and out whenever you want, and it's very unsettling, vice versa. This person is thinking about you because they feel like things never really ended well, like there wasn't any closure. They're also thinking about you because they're wondering when they are going to cross paths with you again. This person is making plans for their future, and there is a part of them that does look over their shoulder and wonder where you are and whether you're going to cross paths with the plans that they're making for themselves. This person could also be traveling, and they're imagining you in those locations, especially if they're traveled to places that you've been or that you currently live. There is just this feeling of like planning and energy moving. So I do feel that part of them is moving forward, but the other part of them is stuck behind, and that part of them that's stuck behind is the one that's really stuck with you, and it feels behind because with the Knight of Swords reversed, that's what's showing me mostly, aside from the energy that I'm picking up and the messages I'm getting from Spirit. This person has no intentions of taking actions towards you, but their thoughts constantly come back to you. Their thoughts constantly rest upon what wasn't really an ending here, and the fact that actions led to this messy ending, or the lack of clear actions led to this messy situation. They definitely, group 3, feel as though you, like, I am getting a lot of blame here. Whoever was betrayed feels that the other person should be the one to come back, to ask for forgiveness, or to at least apologize, or in the very least to explain themselves. Whoever that was, whoever allegedly betrayed the other person in this connection, they feel that they need to come in. But the problem is that on the other side of the fence, the person who did the betraying is talking themselves out of needing to do this. A lot of time has passed. Surely they've already already, you know, why make the situation worse? Do they even think about me? Like, they seem to be doing well based on the 2% that I'm seeing. 2%. They probably have other plans or energy invested elsewhere. I'm not going to do anything. So you see, it's just this cycle of like, but that's who is thinking about you, and that's what they're thinking about. I want to ask Spirit now what the advice is for you, because I don't just want to sit here and tell you all these things for the sake of creating more problems. Let's get some solutions. Group 3, please, Spirit. What is the advice for them when it comes to this person? Hello. We are being shown Venus. Wow. She's got it. Oh, hello. Lunar eclipse just came out. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I can hear that guitar. Oh, your Venus. What's the advice for group 3, please, Spirit, when it comes to this person? What is the advice for group 3 when it comes to this person? Wow. Somebody feels like their head will get ripped off if they tell the truth. Somebody feels like, listen, I just don't want to have to, I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want to be beheaded. Oh my gosh. Whoever betrayed is like, nah, I'm sorry, but that's just going to make things worse. There's no point. Wow. Okay, so listen, this is the advice. Regardless of what side of the fence you sit on, you have to first accept that right now you do need to be focusing on yourself. Mostly the way that you see yourself, what makes you feel like yourself. With beauty here, Venus makes me think of beauty. Venus makes me think of adoration, of like a healthy amount of compassion and care, but more so focusing on self and looking at the mirror and admiring yourself and really shining from the inside out with a sense of confidence in who you are and how you carry yourself. So Spirit is just mostly, the first message is just work on confidence building, your attitude from the inside out, because I have a feeling that this situation only gets worse when you start to doubt who you are and how capable you are of attracting the right people into your life. You start to go down dark paths like this person currently is when you start to think, am I ever going to find anyone that will actually be interested in me? And the truth is, you're going to end up finding people who will take advantage of the fact that you don't see yourself for how you truly are. They will play in the moonlight with you, in the shadows with you, in the trickery and the illusions that those shadows provide, and they will perpetuate this tarnished sort of self-image. So Spirit is really encouraging you to focus on building your confidence from the inside out and to start engaging with people or places or interests that help bring you into this feeling of, I feel beautiful, I feel handsome, I feel amazing, I adore myself. It may take time, especially if you've got a lot to build, or it may just be a simple self-care night reminding you that, listen, we're going to be moving forward and we're going to allow people around us who deserve to be there, who can recognize our worth and who can treat us respectfully as we deserve to be treated, because we see our worth. Your second piece of information with the lunar eclipse is that there is going to be a change here. For some of you, this person is returning, and I have a feeling that a lot is going to be revealed in that darkness, because either these thoughts that have been arising will come to nothing in terms of there won't be much going on in reality, or it's almost like the darkness brings the truth. Whatever this is, it's a clarity, and it's like you're finally going to see what was happening for you and why, if this person's been on your mind, why those thoughts have been resurfacing. For some of you, this could have been a little test to see what truly matters to you and to remind you that, you know, that's who you were and that's how things happened in your past. But moving forward, maybe, you know, with this awareness, we can project a different outcome this time. Whatever this lunar eclipse is, it's very, how would I word it? It's clarity that isn't being delivered to you personally. Because of the nature of this connection, it feels like a lot of gossip is going on, or a lot of hearsay is happening, or a lot of, like, through the grapevine, kind of messages are being passed. Whatever it is, I'm hearing it's darkest before the dawn. So with this person, it might be like nothing for a long time, and then some information is going to come your way that is going to help you understand why they've been on your mind so much lately, or why certain aspects of this connection have been haunting you, or why this person has been thinking about you as well. Maybe this reading in itself was confirmation because you're like, oh yeah, I wondered why I had a dream about them the other night. But I do think that whatever this clarity is, it's confirming that you are exactly where you are meant to be, that you have not made any mistakes, that certainly we can move forward with a feeling of, geez, I could have handled that better. Maybe there's slight regret, slight guilt, but you can't change the past, and you are going to see through this secondhand information that what happened had to happen the way that it did in order for this present moment of events to unfold. It's going to start to make a little bit more sense, but it is always darkest before the dawn. So just know that with this lunar eclipse, there's going to be this blackout of secondhand information coming through where it feels like it's almost what's the word? It's weird. It's like it's being given to you, but you can't respond type of thing. I don't know how else to word it. It's so strange. It's like, for me, it's like walking into a room with like a one-sided mirror, and the person in the room sees the mirror and is telling their life story, but I'm in the other room in the dark watching them tell their life story. I have no way to respond. All I can do is sit and listen. So that's what it feels like. I know that sounds weird, but that's the best way I could describe that. Now with Starseed, what lights you up? Honestly, Spirit is saying this isn't the be-all end-all for you. Your advice is that things are going to start moving forward, but your mind needs to be open to new possibilities, to alternative points of joy and pleasure and passion and interest. There is this feeling of pivoting and choosing adjacent opportunities, only so that you are genuinely following what is interesting to you or what feels like a calling for you. I know I talk about joy a lot and following joy, but I know that sometimes joy is not an overwhelming feeling that we experience frequently. So what I want to say is just follow your interests. This card simply says what lights you up. And I do think that some of y'all are going to be doing a bit of soul searching for a little while, trying to figure that out. With Mentarkin here, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers, there is this sort of feeling of longing here. The advice is to follow that longing feeling, to not ignore it and to not pretend that it doesn't exist, but to acknowledge that it is calling out to someone or something very specific. And if that response is not being heard in the right places, then maybe it's not meant to be with those places, if that makes sense. You have a very calling feeling towards you right now, and I do think that when you're in that energy, you end up pulling a lot of different travelers and pilgrim souls and lost spirits into your energy. And sometimes they don't all fit the bill, which is what's being indicated here. So it's important that when you put out this energy of like, wow, I really miss being able to connect with someone. Am I ever going to be able to connect with someone? Am I ever going to have good friends? Am I ever going to have a really caring partner in my life? Am I ever really going to have a job that I enjoy? It's important that you come back to this question, what lights you up? Because I think that you will be offered many things, including thoughts of people from your past and old flames returning, and maybe some old friendship connections who weren't that great for you coming back. But the truth is, are they worth investing your energy in? So just be careful here. And I would honestly encourage a bit of like reflection in a helpful way. Maybe journaling or just speech therapy with yourself. You could do a monologue, just record it on your phone, send text messages to yourself, DM yourself. That's another way of doing it. Emailing yourself. But it feels like you just have a lot of self-reflection to do to kind of understand where to from here and how you want someone in your life to supplement rather than just be the basis or a fickle fixture in your present. Group 3, unfortunately, that's where I have to leave it. I feel like we could have gone into a lot more, just like group 2, but I have to leave it there, otherwise I'll run out of energy and I need to film group 4 next. So I just want you to know it has been a pleasure reading for you. I hope that helped fill in many gaps for you in terms of who is thinking about you. You are a very specific reading, so it may be helpful for you to I don't know, if you feel called to, you may have messages elsewhere if you think, but you're a very specific reading. So I hope it was helpful. I hope it helped fill in the gaps. I just want to quickly thank your guides, my guides, and our spiritual teams for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. Thank you for all of your support. Don't forget to have a look and enter the giveaway, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi group 4 and welcome. If you chose the Pisces card, excuse me, I just realized I've left my aircon on. I'm going to turn that off so we don't have too much noise disturbance. If you chose the Pisces card, then this is going to be your reading. Pisces is interesting, sweets. We're asking Spirit why, or who should I say, who is thinking about you. We're going to find out who they are, get some personality traits, and look at how you will recognize them or how you know them. We're also going to be asking why they're thinking about you, and we are going to be getting some advice. We can't just leave it there, unfortunately. It's probably going to need advice. Listen, Pisces is a dreamy state, so this tells me that this person is definitely daydreaming about you. They're thinking about you a lot. They're in their feels, to say the least. Their feelings for you run very deep. There might be a bit of confusion, or maybe they've just kind of skewed their reality with thoughts of you. Their version of you in their head could be very different to the version of you in real life. I also feel like there's a strange feeling of like coming to an end. So I don't know if this person's entirely happy about that. No, they're not. They don't want things to end. So we're going to explore that and have a look at that with tarot and see what that's about. But for now, let's figure out who they are. Let's get some tissue box messages for groups 4. Group 4, please, Spirit. I had to think for a second. Who is thinking about group 4, please, Spirit? How does group 4 know them? Interesting. Okay. Shall we start with who they are and then go into how you know them? First, I want to get all the initials, though. Let's separate all the initials. Excuse me. I know you're hiding. Anything else in here? We do not have anything else. I always feel like there's one hiding, though. No, not here. But there is one. There's one. That's all for there. Okay, we'll start with these ones first. Oh, that's not an initial. What have we got? We have the letter G coming out. So this could be their first, middle, last name. It may be yours because this is a general reading that usually reaches a broad audience. It could be confirming that you've picked the right reading if you see your own initial arrives. We have a Y coming out as well. We have a, you're a little bit early, sweets. We have a B coming out. GYB. We also have a K, I believe. Yes, it is a K. What else is here? We also have a C. So I'm seeing back, go back, go back. This person feels they may have made a mistake with you recently. We have the letter P. I know you from somewhere. P, I know you from somewhere. Why do they keep saying that? I know you from somewhere. We have the letter J coming out now. Interesting. This person has a very calm presence about them, though. They're actually, they feel nice. They feel really nice. We have a C, or is that a G? It's a G, pardon me. G, what else do we have over here hiding? Gem. Yeah, you may know them from that. Listen, gem could be spelled with a J as well. But that just came to my mind. I've been spending my whole life at the gym lately. I can't seem to leave, so maybe that's why it's on the brain. We have the letter P. We also have another G. No, G is very significant. That's 3 times now. We also have an M. Now we have gym. G-Y-M. Do we have an I as well? Oh, it's a H. So close. Imagine that. Wait, there is something else here, but I think it's a V. We have a V. What if we had Jim here? Oh my gosh. Too much. All right, so we'll get into those later because that's specifically how you know them. Who is this person? Gemini. You know what? I feel like this person's really good with conversation. They might be a very chatty person. They might have very interesting things to talk about, or they could just be a very personable person, like someone who seems approachable. That's a lie. Geminis aren't always approachable, but when you get them talking, they are someone who is good to talk to. So maybe this is somebody that you've been wanting a conversation with. Sacral chakra. It could be someone that you're very attracted to, or listen, it's not all about sexuality, sacral chakra. It could also be about passion. It could also be about creation. It could also be about being inspired. Could be a bit of inspiration here. Thinking there's a strong sense of sexuality here, though. I feel like this person's been fantasizing about you, sweets. We have thinking, yeah, this person has been on your mind as well. How lovely when that happens. You're both thinking about each other consensually. Love that. We also have happiness coming out. Interesting. You make them very happy. This person likes to be around you is what I'm getting. Honestly, they might light up when you're there. They just like to be around you. Aquarius is interesting. Friendly is what comes to mind. But this usually makes me think of the fixed nature of Aquarius. And when I think of fixed signs, I think of like stubbornness or determination, really pushing through something. Leo, for example, is like courage, stubbornness. Taurus is like stubborn perseverance and routine. And then Aquarius is like stubborn thinking for me. It's like forward thinking, moving forward with a plan or a mental idea. So the other thing about this person is that they could be very different in terms of their look, their appearance with Aquarius here. They could present as someone that's quite the individual. They wear some unusual clothing or have like an unusual hairstyle. They could just be somebody that stands out to you personally. I am grateful for my love. They definitely stand out. Listen, this is a very caring person, somebody who definitely has feelings for you or vice versa. That little message doesn't come out for everybody and anybody. I am grateful for my love. It feels like, we have the 4th house now. This is like a crush or something. If this isn't somebody that you're dating or you're seeing, there are feelings here that are evolving, transforming, spirit saying, with Scorpio coming out. Maybe nothing's really been created yet, but there is a transformative opportunity coming. This is also somebody who feels like they're secretive. So I don't think that emotions have been shared. I don't see that has happened yet, but with Aries coming out, there may be a new opportunity, or they've recently instigated a new opportunity with you. I also see Aries with the cardinal nature here, showing kind of more of a active presence of wanting to move things forward. So that's good. It's not just daydreams here. The thoughts are inspiring actions. We like that. We have Gemini again. Wow. So they have a very active mind. They might be a very smart person as well, or just someone who you enjoy having intelligent conversations with. Maybe they just look like they have intelligent conversations with a lot of people. I want to say that this person is very chatty though. I can't stop talking. I mean, I know that this is a reading, but still I'm finding myself stepping into my Gemini rising and just rolling things off the tongue here. We have November coming out next. I'm grateful for my fears. So Scorpio does have a presence in this person's chart. It feels like Scorpio contributes to this person's desires to make the most out of situations, because the way that I'm seeing Scorpio fixed is like needing to persevere through fear, like having to address your fears head on in order to get the outcome that you want. So they seem to have this ability to kind of use their thoughts and their fear to push themselves through uncomfortable situations for the desire of, at least I know now, at least I've ticked that box, at least I know the truth now. We also have Libra coming out, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is a crush or somebody who's considering connection with you in terms of a partnership with you, a relationship with you. Libra tells me that this is someone who comes across as somewhat professional. Why is that coming to mind, Spirit? I don't consider Libra to be a professional. What? Professional? You're going to have to explain. It might be in my hands very soon. Oh, okay. So they have a formal approach, apparently. The strategy, Spirit, that's a better way of doing it. Why a professional? They have a strategy. And apparently, this is why Aquarius forward thinking. They've thought of something and they want to act on it soon. They're just making sure that they've measured their fears appropriately, like logically. I've got to make sure I've done this right. I've thought about it and I've measured, the fear of not doing anything versus the fear of getting rejected. And I'm just going to go with the fear of not doing anything because I need this to be done. I need to know. So very soon you're going to expect some sort of development here is what I want to tell you. What else is going on here? Happiness came out twice. Man, you make this person happy, sweets. Who are they? Let's get tarot next. I'm curious. You make them so, so happy. Their presence just becomes the sun when you're around. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. You got love twice as well. Excuse me, this is serious. If this person is not active yet, they're very close to being active. Look at this, thinking of you. I want to talk to you. I'm thinking of you. I want to talk to you. Throat chakra, Vishuddha. They want something to say. They've been thinking about a plan and they got to say it. They got to do it. Yeah, they can't just let this happen. Remember, that was what we started with Pisces. We can't just let this fizzle out. I can't just let this end. I can't just let this end like this. These secrets have to be shared. These feelings have to be shared. So how do you know them? You could be working on yourself in some way. Root chakra here. You may have a past with this person from your childhood, but root chakra just tells me that you know this person through something that you engage with regularly, through a friend, through work, through some sort of tangible part of who you are that you do. So maybe if a big part of what you do is like, I love music. So every now and then I'll go down to the music store and I'll buy a new record. I love Spotify, but there's something about those vinyls that just get me. So maybe every time you go there, like there's just been this lurker in the shadows, being friendly, but giving you a distance, observing you, trying to figure out how to get closer to you. It's something about you and what makes you you that has helped you cross paths with this person. It's honestly Jim. Look at this. We have the 6th house now. Routine, health, service to others. It could be a physical journey for some of you, a fitness journey for some of you. Why is the gym coming in? I need to get out more. I need to do other things. I got to get more information. But listen, it's something that you do in your routine is how you know this person. The 6th house is actually quite beautiful. It tells me that there's a real genuine sort of equal give and take here, especially with Libra. There's a genuine interest. Balanced interest is what Spirit's indicating. Yeah, they're a fairly new presence at this stage though. Even if you feel you've known them from before, there's still like a new development here that is happening. There's a new beginning, a new opening here. It's not that old. It's fostering itself in a new way. Third eye, you've been receiving intuitive prompts. You may have gotten tarot readings on this person, trying to figure out what's going on. Spirit may have told you about them for some time, just sort of giving you the heads up. That's what's happened to me recently. You may have lost sleep due to this person. Spirit's saying you may dream of this person as well, sleepless. What else? How do they know them? We have the sun, so they do make you very happy, or you like their interest on you, you like their attention on you, somebody who you seek attention from. It's fine to do that from time to time. We also have the 4th house. Yeah, this is cute. This person may make you laugh, or they just make you light up. There's this beautiful energy here with the sun. It makes me want to just giggle. It's like a nice, wholesome, like fun feeling. What else do we have? 4th house. Okay, some of y'all may have met this person at somebody's house. But the other reason that I think the 4th house is here is because you met this person at a place that you're very comfortable. Like there's a comfort feeling here, something that you do in your routine, you know this person through. They seem to be a very caring person. You may know each other's family as well, or you may know of each other through family. But with Uranus here, it feels like this is like the past coming back in a new way. There's a reinvention here. There's a feeling of like the future holds so many different possibilities. You can't just take what happened there and turn it into this. This is like a developing thing. It's still being invented with Uranus here. So let's just double check with some tarot. Group 4, please, Spirit. Is there any other information you can tell them about this person? Who is thinking about group 4? Who is thinking about group 4? We have Justice in the reverse. Interesting. We also have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. Who is thinking about group 4, Spirit? We have the King of Goblets upright. Wow. Who is thinking about group 4, Spirit? We have the Star, and something fell on the ground. Let's see if it fell upright. It did. It did. Oh, wow. That makes sense. The Magician reversed with the Wheel of Fortune upright, waiting for their time, waiting for their shot. When can I step up to the plate? Interesting. Why? This person has slight levels of confidence issues. They're working on a way in. And a way out. Why are they working on a way out? They don't want public humiliation. Where do they know you from? They know you from some place where apparently they could receive public humiliation if they're rejected. We also have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So listen, health is involved here somehow. I'm not 100% sure where. I mean, we have the gym, but routine and health and working on yourself and just focusing on yourself seems to be involved somehow for a majority of you. But how do you know who is thinking about you? First of all, this is someone that you're not in union with. This is not your current partner or a current relationship, but I'm hearing that they could be a prospect, someone who you've considered having union with. The 10 of Cups reversed tells me that this is somebody who isn't emotionally invested yet, like as in this isn't somebody who you have a foundation with yet, and yet there does seem to be intentions to set foundations. Well, foundations seem to be looming. Like I feel like someone signed the permit and like the cement crew is going to be here tomorrow to lay the foundations. Like it's imminent for some of you. But anyway, the 10 of Cups being reversed, this is not somebody who has had a very impactful romantic role in your life thus far. Like they're very fresh is what I feel. Can we also clarify the 10 of Cups for anything else that I've missed, because I've missed something? The King of Discs. Yeah, there are intentions here that have not yet been made clear. Mostly because with the King of Discs, I think that they're a lot more serious than what the situation is currently reflecting. The situation currently looks like there is an emotional separation of individuals acknowledging their individual selves, when actually there are plans for things to become more homogenized. Why homogenized? Oh my days. Cohesive. Let's use that word. Cohesive. The King of Goblets tells me this is someone that has very strong feelings for you. Okay, there could be a water sign. Don't have to be. We got a lot of signs out here. They have a lot of feelings, and I think that they move intuitively when it comes to these situations. They are a dreamer, they're a romanticist. Even if they've been hurt in the past, they still have a romantic streak about them, but they move intuitively. They're waiting for an opportunity to come through with the right energy. This is not someone who's just going to, with the star here, come across, what's the best word for it? I'm just hearing fireworks now. There must be a school fete somewhere. Oh, it's Halloween, of course. Anyway, with the star here, there is a feeling of like needing to choose the right time. This person really looks up to you. Honestly, when you're around this person, they spend a lot of time looking at you. They find you to be very unique, and I'm seeing that they stand out to you as well. There's something very healing about this person. They're not here to cause pain. They're here to offer prospects for the future is what I feel. I want to say though with the star that there is something about this situation that feels hopeful. There seems to be hope here in the sense of either it's a fresh start or it's something that hasn't had a lot created yet. So there's still a lot of room for hope. That's what Spirit's saying. That's cute. Is there anything else I'm missing with the star? There's one more thing I'm missing. The Empress reversed. This person's attention on you is very much dependent on you also acknowledging them. So for For some of y'all with the Empress reversed, this person is someone that has a crush on you, and I don't know if you really notice them, or they don't know if you really notice them. The Empress reversed tells me that there is a feeling here of like differences when it comes to how you see yourselves and potentially each other. I almost feel like the Empress reversed is someone who's very focused on themselves, and then we've got this King of Goblets here that's like, oh wow, that looks like a nice place to be at the side of the Empress. So it may be that this person struggles with seeing you being compatible in terms of you both have a lot to bring to the table. They may see you as someone who has more of a table than they do, but I see that they're working on their confidence issues, and they are working on a way to get close to you, but we'll clarify that next. I'm not supposed to tell you that now. The main thing about this person is that they do struggle with communication. They overthink a lot. They are someone who is trying to present to be more confident than they actually are. With the Magician reverse, they want to portray a good image, so they may portray a false image because they just want you to see them in a positive way. I don't think this is someone that's broken your heart. It's more so someone that you haven't had a strong emotional investment with yet. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that this is a developing situation. The odds are in your favor, and the energy is very malleable in terms of it's very changeable. However you react is however it will happen to be. So let's have a look at why they're thinking about you now, because that's something that I was starting to get into prematurely. Group 4, please, Spirit. Why is this person thinking of Group 4? Why is this person thinking of Group 4? Okay, there is a sexual side to this group. There is, I'm sorry, there is. Why is this person thinking of Group 4? We have the Seven of Swords reversed. Wow, they're trying to figure out how to move forward next. They're thinking about what they should do next. This person is concerned about how you see them and what actions to take, whether to be stealthy, but that doesn't marry up with their intentions. Their intentions are to offer something more stable. They think about you because honestly, they see you as someone who has a lot of potential, or they think a lot about the future with you is what I'm getting. Trying to make the most out of the present in order to get a future. The King of Pentacles is interesting. There's something about this person. They have a plan. They showed me the King of Pentacles in the other deck as well. This person has serious intentions when it comes to you. At least at this point in time with their energy, they're considering like being more available. What's the word? Like, can we just say it? Are we that early in this connection that we can't even say the word partner? They feel like they do want that. But they don't know how to take actions. They don't really know what to say or how to do it. They don't know how to do it so that it honors their intentions and so that they come across authentic. Group 4, please, Spirit. We have the Six of Cups reversed. Interesting. Six of Cups reversed tells me that this person... They want to start a conversation about how they know you because it feels like they have a past with you, or there's something about their past that they want to talk to you about. This person is thinking about you because there's also this feeling of like full circle here. So like something, a memory of you or something is sort of coming full circle here. They want to bring it more present. I always see the Six of Cups reversed as something coming into from your past into your present. It could be an offering as well, like offering you something, but it kind of just feels like emotions need to be expressed here. The cups need to be shared. What else can you tell us? Why are they thinking about Group 4? Wow, those fireworks are getting very loud now. The Nine of Wands, they're trying to figure out a strategy. The Nine of Wands tells me that it's hard to get through here, to say the least. Perhaps the way that we've been doing it has not been working the best way. Maybe we need to think of a different way to get ahead because this way is going to burn us out. Their efforts have not worked thus far. They need to think of another way to do it. It's very hard to get to you, apparently. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if you're coming up as the Empress reversed. Maybe you've got a lot of people with their eyes on you and you're just like this grand prize that people are secretly pining over, but it's hard to get to you, Nine of Wands people. I'm seeing that they're trying to re-strategize. Like, how do I do this better? How do I get there quicker? How do I get there without burning out? What else can you tell us here? Why are they thinking about group 4, Spirit? Why are they thinking about group 4? Holy moly, mother of cholies. Oh, stop. That's cute. First of all, they're thinking about like initiating something. I'm seeing a false start, needing to rekindle, restart. So they do want a rebirth here, sweets. They want a rebirth. Apparently they tried. The first time wasn't successful. I don't know if you noticed the first time though, but with the Two of Pentacles, like the first time they were actually trying apparently. The Two of Pentacles here tells me that they're trying to figure out how to make the right amount of effort with the time that they have. They don't feel like they have a lot of time here to do this. They feel like they're running out of time. I'm hearing Tyler the Creator running out of time to make you love me. You've been in my head all day. What else do they need to know about this person, Spirit? Why is this person thinking about group 4? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there is any real deep history. Like your group felt like it was more about things that haven't happened yet and thinking about things that haven't happened yet and the potential of where things could go. They also wonder if you are single and available and ready with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This person wonders if actually, you know what, you got that twice, Nine of Pentacles reversed. Are they even ready? Are they even available? Are they even ready? Are they even available? They think about whether you guys are a good match, whether you are compatible, whether you have the same amount of self-security, whether you are ready to merge. Because it kind of feels like you're still working on yourself and that you're still content with where you're at and who you are in your own little world of growth, because you do seem to be growing in this person's eyes. I don't know if it's through a more of a health perspective, but they see you as someone who has a lot ahead and they want to kind of jump in with you and see where this road to success is going. This rainbow road to success. What's your bottom deck energy? The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely feel like a balanced give and take. I feel like them just slowly sort of becoming more of a presence in your life and then maybe going from there. I see that for some of you this person is definitely desiring partnership, but for others of you that word triggered them and they got afraid of me saying it. So the least that you can expect from this person is that they do want more of your time. You're a difficult person to spend time with, but they want more of it. They're trying to figure out a better way to approach you. They're trying to express something to you, maybe give you something for some of you. They want a rebirth or a restart here in your connection, and they feel like they have to be very careful about what they say. So because of that, sometimes they may appear cold, but they're just trying to figure out the best way to approach you. You do seem to be someone who is quite self-sufficient, independent, secure. They just don't know if you're ready to share that with anybody. I'm hearing that you may present as someone who's just out here for themselves, like a little bit of a loner in a positive way, like it makes you happy. So let's get some advice for you. Group 4, what is the advice for them when it comes to this person? What is the advice? Thank you. One more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Let's get some advice from this deck as well. What is the advice for group 4 when it comes to this person, please? Thank you. One more card, please, Spirit. I wonder if you guys picked that group from my Instagram post as well, because you're starting to feel very familiar. Just saying. Now listen, void of course. Wow, look at that. Void of course moon. Honestly, the moon has to go void of course every now and then to give us time to catch up and process where it has been and where it may go in future. Void of course says nothing will come of the situation though. So void of course is honestly saying that whatever is put in is what you will sow. And I think that in this case, this may be one of those things that if nothing is done, then nothing can happen, nothing can grow, nothing will come of the situation. Spirit wise, square. It seems to be something that is difficult to create based on the current energy. It's not working. You're a hard person to read, sweets. You're hard to get to. It may be very difficult to work with you because you've got these walls and you've got other things going on. Maybe you're in another relationship and you're like, wait a minute, what? There's this other person that's imagining a whole other relationship with me. Maybe it's just not possible in that way. I'm just seeing that based on the way that energy is currently being invested, nothing will come of this situation. It's very difficult to work with you here. You almost seem to be opposing each other, or the course of action seems to be very indirect. I just want to say with this person, if you are considering changing up your energy and trying to be more accommodating, slowly but surely allow them to be more active in your life, because square tells me that there are differences here that aren't really helpful, and that this person may have a romanticized opinion of you rather than a realistic opinion of you. They may not see you for who you truly are. They may just be looking at you as this beautiful fantasy in their head, and they imagine you before they go to sleep, but in reality, you're very, very different. So take it slow with them if you do spend more time with them and you start to want to be more a part of each other's lives. The truth is, when it comes to you, you are a very unique soul. Don't dim to fit in is your other piece of advice here. How are you dimming your light to fit in? Are you potentially settling into a more manufactured version of yourself? Are you cutting yourself short, Spirit's saying, in this situation? That's something you need to tell yourself here. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Your biggest advice is to just be your unique, wonderful self and hope that the right people will appreciate you for that way. And if they don't, then you don't have to hope. You can take action. Either they take it, they appreciate it for who and what it is, or they don't. And that means that maybe they don't need a seat at your table. But the truth is, with this card here, you are devoted in the sense of you're someone who is recognized. You have a lot of people in your energy, apparently. I didn't really get into that in this reading, but I feel like you have admirers. Group 4, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. You have this air about you that just attracts people to you. And I think that this may be one of many crushes or people who are thinking about you and who have you on their mind. In fact, it feels like it could be a myriad of people in this group who have you on their mind, excuse me. You have this way of captivating people like Venus, and just bringing attention, commanding attention. The thing about you is that life is supposed to be about finding the right people for you in terms of kindred spirits who can help you feel like you actually do fit in the best of ways, not by dimming your light, by encouraging your light to be stronger, by encouraging your quirks to be a part of who you are and to be fostered into stronger attributes. And it feels like this person, for some, may be that. But if they're not, then just stay open to something new as well. I don't mean to be so wishy-washy, but because this is a general reading, I just feel that for some of you, this may not actually eventuate into much unless genuine interest is invested and time is taken to actually properly get to know each other. That's what I'm getting. If this just stays to be a fantasy, then that's all it will ever be. Group 4, that's the reading I have for you, sweets. That's who is thinking about you, a lot about them. We got a lot of information about them, their personality, how you know them, and why they're thinking about you. We also closed with some advice. I hope this was helpful for you. I'm just going to take a quick second to thank your spiritual team and my spiritual team for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. Thank you for all of your support and for being here. I really appreciate this energetic exchange. I just want to remind you to enter the giveaway if you have not yet. Make sure you do. It's going to be very exciting to get that pack out and to also bring the new merch out as well. And I shall connect with you very, very soon, Group 4. Bye!